Hi everyone, I'm hopping on again on the spur of a moment. Just trying to get ready with me today. I know it's a little bit later in the day, but we enjoyed this morning, stayed in bed a little bit, watched some TV, and just was online. I was catching up on some of my social media. Steve was reading the paper. So today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of running around. Found a wonderful bread shop here in El Paso, so I'm going to go pick up some fresh homemade bread. And tonight we're going out with some friends. I found a great pizzeria called Hello Pizza that has New York style pizza. Actually, Larry is from Brooklyn and went to the same high school as Steve did, so it's really fun. Hi Jackie, how are you today? So I'm just starting off with my Limelight Must Do, which feels really wonderful. It smells great, makes me feel like I'm in a spa, and I'm just prepping everything. So today I'm going to have fun. I've got kind of a preppy look going on, so we're going to stick with the theme, and I'm going to start with my eyes, and I think I'm going to do some green today. So I'm going to play and do some things a little differently. I want a little bit of shimmer, so I'm going to start with Mally Evershadow, which is a waterproof. You can wear it as shadow. I've swam in this summer, and used it just as my shadow, but I'm going to use it as a base today. And I'm going to keep the inner portion of my eye nice and bright by just actually using that as my shadow. So I'm just applying a little bit of that on, and I like to just blend it a little bit. So it's nice and quick and easy to apply. And again, just blending it in with the MAC 217 brush. And here's how we're going to punch up the green. I'm going to use the green from Limelight, but I want it to be a little bit brighter. So I'm using my Makeup Forever eyeliner, and this is waterproof. It is number, hi Blanca, how are you? We had such a good time last night. It's number 132. And I'm going to bring that under the lash line. This is going to act like a base and just punch the color up a little bit for me. And I'm going to even put it a little bit, and I'm going to use it as a base on my lid. Again, just so I can punch that green color up some. I'm not going to come in all the way with that. Thank you. And I'm just going to blend that just ever so slightly so it's not harsh on the outer edges. And you see I already started a shape of my wing on the lower by doing that. So I'm going to come over here again. I'm going to try to keep my mirror out of your way a little bit. So you can see I'm drawing and dragging it up. I think I'm going to try to do a kitten flick today. I always say that. I start that way and going into a full wing anyway. So I'm going to try to keep the liner to a minimum since I'm doing more color on the lid. So again, I'm going to blend that out a little bit. There we go. Okay, you can see it's the end of the week. I'm ready and due to be washing some brushes. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. So I am going to still stick with my Limelight shadows, and again start with the lightest color. I'm doing the cream boat right under the brow bone, just a little bit. Even my brows I'm going to keep a little more natural today. And I'm finding the taper blender brush, and Blanca, I'm using all the brushes that I'm going to be showing you, and just coming very lightly into my crease, just to create somewhat of a shadow. So I started off with the lightest color. I started off with One Night Sand. Now I'm going into a little bit of Taupe for the Best, and that I'm going to drop. Still keep it in the crease, but I'm going to keep it a little bit lower. Still focusing on more of the color on that outer edge, but I want to bring that in just a little further than I normally do. So this look might look a little funny until I have all the colors on. Morning, Salva Sauce, your baby is just beautiful. Keep putting some of those pictures on Facebook. It's fun to see. And I'm just going to blend that all together. Okay, no jerk. So now to bring all those colors together, I'm going to start off with our shader brush. And I'm going into, and you'll see what I mean in a second. This color is called I'll Always Love You. So like avocado. It's more of an avocado color. It's a green. Like I said, I wanted it a little bit brighter. So by putting the green liner underneath, I'm able to just pump that up a little bit. And I'm going to start by coming under my eyes a little bit. And I'm still going to stick with this brush to pack some of the color on. So you can see I'm really just pressing this color on. So now it's changing the color a little bit. It's not so much of an avocado now. I've been able to brighten it up by having the green liner underneath. And the outer corner I still want to lift and bring up a little bit. And you can see I'm not coming all the way into the corner, but it's changing color because I didn't put as much of the green on there. Katie, how are you? Katie's one of my friends from New York. It's also involved in the powder group. So I'm just blending that and bringing that up into that crease area just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to blend that in a little bit. So the shirt reminds me of something I would have worn back in college in the early 80s. So I thought I'm going to go with the eyes and keep it a little preppier that way and have some fun. Jackie, a lot of times by putting, I tend to get a little oily around my under eye area also, so by putting a nice waterproof eyeliner on and then layering the color on top, that really will help things stay on. So that's why I'm using the Makeup Forever, because they are waterproof. And I'm just going to clean up underneath the eyes, make sure I've had no fallout. So today, like I said, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to come up to my brows and then I'll do my liner. I'm going to go into the One Night Stand, or Sand. Like I said, I just want to keep it a little lighter on my brows. And sometimes I don't even do anything on my brows, but today I want to fill in just a tiny bit. So actually, it is. For weddings, we want to make sure the skin is just absolutely beautiful and perfect. So I really concentrate on skin when I'm doing photo shoots. Eyeshadow, you want to make sure everything is placed properly. And you want to make sure that for weddings in particular, that everything has a nice classic and a very timeless look. So you want your photos to be able to not have any drastic makeup or something that when you're looking 20 years down the line at your photos, it's going to look different. So I like keeping things simple and natural, unless a bride wants something a little more smoky, but still there are many ways to keep it very natural looking for that. So I would say having a makeup artist, a lot of people think they know, and a lot of people know how to do their makeup very, very well here. However, sometimes their color on their skin is really not matching, and that's not what we want to see. We want everything to look beautiful. So I'm going to use our eyeliner pen, and like I said, I'm going to attempt, we'll see, I'm going to attempt to keep it nice and simple for today. I tend to sometimes get a little carried away and end up with a full drastic wing. So I'm first going to start on the lid, and I'm going to do just a little kitten flick today. Sure. I'm still going to start with my eye open to do that though, and I only want it to end around there. So I'm going to pull it down and then connect it. So it's still going to have a little bit of that triangle on the outer edge. I want to make sure it's connected from the bottom here. And it still has that little point on it. So not as dramatic as I normally do, but like I said, I've gone a little more dramatic with the colors. So I'm going to, Tony, how are you? My goodness, your grandson is beautiful. I enjoy seeing the pictures. Please tell Maria I asked about her. So again, even though I've done some pretty dramatic color on my eye, I'm keeping the rest of the look nice and simple. So I'm just coming over to look at the other eye, and I'm going to try to keep my mirror out of your way. So we've got about the same amount on that little kitten flick we're doing today. Now that both eyes are on, I just want to come back in and even them out a little bit. Okay, so I think that's it. Now to keep the skin nice and simple and easy. And since I do have some discoloration, I always like to even out my skin. No lashes today, Jackie. I'm going to keep it a little more neutral and natural looking. I say that with a dark green eye, right? So I'm using a little bit of our #1 concealer just to counteract some of the redness in my skin. And I know this is a different time that I normally come on. I usually like to do my lives at night, but I just thought it'd be fun for everybody to get ready with me. I'm taking some of my foundation now. I'm just dabbing it around. And with a very light touch of my brush now, I'm just blending that in. And sorry, I'm looking off to the side. It's harder for me to see right in the camera. Or my phone, I should say. And coming up onto the forehead. I'm still going to pull it down a little bit onto my neck. Jackie, I'm going to show you a different way though later this next week, where you could take a full strip and cut it down to size to make it easier to apply. There's so many different tricks that you can do. And I'm just hitting my little sunspot and just a little bit of extra coverage here on my cheek where some of that red is popping through again. And I love the foundation because, again, it's just keeping my skin real nice and dewy. We're still going to set it. I'm going in with a little bit of the salmon color right now to counteract any of the darkness underneath my eyes. So the more salmon, the more it will neutralize the dark blue or brown. And I'm still going to clean up the outer edges and lift that a little bit with now the concealer that actually matches my skin, and come under the eyes. So I am going to take my Blenderful and just press that all in and blend it in. And like I said, we're going quick and easy, so I'm doing everything kind of in one step today with this. So I still like to use the Blenderful to make sure everything's even out. I know that, Jackie. Sometimes though in the application, I wish I had your big round eyes, but sometimes in the application, cutting them into smaller pieces makes it easier to get on and have them stay. So I'm just looking into my magnifying mirror, making sure my skin looks good. I've got one little spot there that I want to hit with a little more foundation. Okay. So now what I want to do is set under my eyes and around my T-zone. So I'm going in with our translucent powder and just setting under my eyes first, around the nose and the T-zone area, and then my forehead. A little bit underneath the cheekbone to make that pop a little. Okay. And I'm going to use some bronzer, but I'm going to go in with our Taupe for the Best color again. I still like to always just give myself a little bit more of a contour. Just create a little more shadow. I'm not going real heavy on this today. And the Taupe for the Best is a great neutral shadow color for that. I want to make sure that's even. I need just a smidge more color over here. So now if you look, you can see it doesn't really look like a lot of color. It's just shadowing and creating a nice shadow there. But bronzer feels like a beautiful spring day out today. It's about 72 degrees right now. It's supposed to go up to 74 today. And I just want to add a little more color. Come on the sides of my nose a little. I always like to do a little bit on the tip and just lightly under the jawline and down my neck. So the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Senna highlighter, which I just love. This is the Divine Shine. And today, since I've gone a little bronzier on my cheeks, I'm going to take a swipe of both of the colors and put it up high on my apples of my cheeks. Again, swipe into both the colors. Come down the nose just a smidge and onto the lip. So that's easy peasy. I'm going to come in now with our number 4 since it's got a teeny little shimmer in it. I'm going to knock off my brush for my blush. Okay, I always like to take my Blenderful a little bit and just kind of marry all those colors together so you don't see any lines or anything. So for my brows today, I'm going to actually go in, I think, with this Senna brow gel. So it has a little bit of gold in it. I'm going to hold it up so you can see, which I like because it's just going to brighten things up a little bit. Like I said, I didn't want to go real heavy on the brows today. I didn't feel like filling them all in. I just hit the inner corner. So this is a setting gel also. It's going to help my brows stay in place all day. They're not going to get quite as full. Sometimes I do them. But I'm going to get that on. I'll come in and show you. I love this when I'm outside, especially on a real nice sunny day. It doesn't really look gold, but it just catches the sunlight and I think throws a little bit more light back into the brows. So I like that. It's really fun. Oh, good, Blanca. I love I just love that highlighter. I love mixing it. There's so much I can do with it, and that's what's so much fun. So lashes today, we're just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to curl. And my allergies are acting up a little bit, so I'm going to go with more of a waterproof on the lower lash line to make sure that it stays. But I'm going to use a Perfect mascara. And start like I always do. Start on the tips. So you can see how nice and black this is, even against that green. I'm just putting it on the tips right now. Now I'm going to come down all the way to the base of the lash. And we're going to do, I think it's so much fun, some of my other Limelight team members are doing this also. So I'm going uptown now, ready to come back downtown, back uptown, and now crosstown, so I can pull those edges out some. And make sure I get those teeny tiny little lashes in the inner corner. Okay, so we're going to come back over to the other eye. Jackie, I know, that's what I love about El Paso. Just about every day is sunny here. It's pretty amazing. It's a running joke Steve and I have in the morning when he goes out in the morning, gets ready to head up the bedroom door to downstairs. It's become a joke now. He'll laugh and turn and say, well, it's sunny again. I'm not complaining. I enjoy it. The days that we do have some clouds, though, it's kind of odd. So I'm going to come back downtown, coat the back side of those lashes, back uptown to lift them back up, and crosstown just to bring them out a little bit. And like I usually do, I'm going to come in and do a second coat of the mascara. I'm going to start focusing on the tips again. This is how I'm able to lengthen my lashes a little bit more. My little hair keeps getting in the way there. I'm back over to the other side. So you all see, even though I sell Limelight and I love it, I still use some other products also. But I primarily use the Limelight because it's so amazing. And it's nice to be able to not have to unpack my kit and have some of my own personalized products right here in my bathroom with me to do my makeup. So I'm going to go in with our, this is the MAC Extended Play Lash. It's got a tiny little brush, and this is waterproof. So for today, I'm going to just put a small amount on my lower lash line. Like I said, my allergies are pretty bad. We are getting ready for what we call rainy season out here in El Paso, which is really windy season. It gets very windy. Today I think we're only supposed to have 40-mile-an-hour winds, which sounds kind of funny, but when it gets really bad, sometimes we're up to 35 to 45-mile-an-hour winds, and my allergies just go totally haywire here. I had a little black dot there, so I'm just going to clean that up. And I'm going to put on some of my favorite runaround lip macaroon. No liner with this today. Okay, I'm just gonna fix my hair a little bit. Now I feel like I'm ready to start running around, start my day. And I'm kind of feeling the 80s vibe today, kind of feeling fun and sassy and ready to have some good time tonight with some of our friends over at Hello Pizza. And looking forward to that. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you later this week when I do some announced videos. But this was just like I said, get ready with me, and I'm ready to run out and start the day. So I'll see you all later. Enjoy the weekend, have fun watching the Super Bowl, and have a great day. Bye-bye.